the city lights to the country blue, Woody and Lew got the sports for you. From Boston streets to Kentucky's fields, get ready, folks, for the thrill it yields. Woody and Lew, sports and you, talking games, we love it's true. Every play, every score, let's dive in, it's time for more. Lacing up the boots and calling plays, debates and laughs for all the days. From Fenway Park to Derby Run, sports talk magic just begun. Woody Lew, sports and you, sideline stories coming through. Every cheer, heartbeat soar, tune in now, we'll give you more. Celtics screams to Wildcats roar, touchdowns, goals, and so much more. Grab a seat, enjoy the ride, Woody Lew right by your side.
The views expressed by the hosts are their own and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the Department of Defense, the U.S. government, or any of its agencies. The information provided is for general informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. No attorney-client relationship is formed by providing this information, and nothing herein should be relied upon as legal counsel. For legal advice specific to your situation, please consult a qualified attorney. Braxton, good evening. Episode 32, A Nation of Domination, U.S. Olympic Hockey. I see you're back in the bed, still Hugh Freeze. Braxton, how are you feeling?
I feel like a guy who just had a fully ruptured ACL get repaired, Daniel. You know what? And I'm glad you asked that, because as I sit in bed and I wallow in my suffering, I can't help but think it could be better. And I wonder if my rehab looks like Patrick Mahomes' rehab. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it probably does not.
I'm going to say it does not either. He's probably got one of those workout pools like in his house, like next to his bed.
Yeah, like let me be clear. Kaylee has been an amazing caretaker and has been going above and beyond for me and the girls. But you know, something tells me when I'm in that lobby at 6:30 in the morning, 3 times a week with 20 other people, and they just say, go grab a table and do these exercises. I think it's not necessarily as streamlined as what a top level athlete might be getting.
You have to go in and do it. Like, why can't that be like a telework type of deal? I don't understand. They're going to tell you to go sit at a table. You go sit at your kitchen table. So far in my recovery, the only thing I've been tasked to do when I go there that I can't do at home is the electronic shock thing they do. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh yeah, the STEM machine. Familiar.
But they gave me my own pads, so I have to take my pads with me every time. So I have the pads. If I was able to get my own STEM machine, then I could do 100% remote rehab. It's the only thing they have over
from an American taxpayer perspective, Braxton. I'm very happy to hear that they make you recycle the pads. So that makes me happy.
If I could reach 2 more inches to my
don't hurt yourself.
They're right next to my wallet on the bedside table, so I don't forget them. Because he said, if you forget them, it's not that big of a deal, but you'll see. And the you'll see has me want to know what would happen. And you know, it's funny because the second day, so I went for the first time last week on Wednesday, and then went and get on Thursday. And Thursday, I'm sitting there in the lobby, and it's like 6:20, and I see a guy go to sign in, and he had his pads in tow. And I did the pocket, the pocket check.
The check, yep.
Didn't have the pads, so then I had to frantically text Kaylee.
Did she come and deliver your pads?
She delivered my pads.
That's like I said before in pre-show, I hope I know she's not, but I wish that Kaylee was getting cut a check direct from TRICARE for being your in-home nurse and delivery girl. She is a saint, producer Kaylee.
Yes, she is. But no, they do the cool thing where they take the little device like you see in like geometry class, and they measure the number of the angle that your knee's making. So that's cool. It's a very interesting place. Rank, there's not a lot of rank in there. The first day I showed up, I was the only one in uniform.
Kind of like that.
I asked the physical therapist, I was like, is this a uniform thing? Because I'm the only person in uniform. And he's like, not really. And I was like, okay.
The PT's in uniform?
I was in PTs.
No. But were like the physical therapists, were they in uniform?
No, they're civilians.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, no, like this is a pretty safe space, or we want you to.
Good. I'm happy to hear that. Fort Stewart, Georgia, PT is a safe space.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of odd conversations the next day when I was out of uniform. It's a lawless place over there at the at the rehab center.
Is this at Wynn or Hawks?
It's at Wynn, the main hospital. The guys, the physical therapists who work with me are awesome. They really are.
Good.
It's just, when you're thinking about budgets and Doge, for example, and cutting money, like I think maybe a place they don't think about is how many soldiers on a FORSCOM installation require dedicated physical therapy service, and are we financed and budgeted and resourced appropriately to meet that demand for the warfighter? I think some smart officers could do a white paper research on that and probably see that it's a place that we need to plus up as much as possible.
Yeah, I'd say you're probably right. Or create efficiencies, like you said, the at-home telework PT.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Real quick, they have the Royal Rumble on ESPN right now, the one that just happened.
Oh, cool. In Saudi Arabia?
Yes. When did WWE turn into NASCAR with all the sponsorships on the squared circle?
Probably when the House of Mouse and ESPN got their claws into WWE.
We got Intuit, TurboTax, Ram, Xfinity, Cricket, maybe.
That's just Braxton. That's just capitalism at its finest. And speaking of capitalism at its finest, we have to get into the 2026 men's Olympic hockey gold medal game. Bright and early this morning. Puck drop for me was at 7:10 a.m. Central Time. Braxton, what do you got?
Dude, so I had an American morning, Daniel. So last night, didn't sleep at all. Nighttime's the worst for me if you ever want to say a prayer at night. I'm just going to try to elicit so much just like sympathy from the viewers today, and hopefully they're probably just going to say shut up. But, woke up at like 5 or so, and the girls, they get out of their beds and come in the bedroom now and tell us when it's time to get up. So they came in. Kaylee goes to the kitchen, and my American homemaker, awesome wife, started, banging out her homemade bread, sourdough type stuff. And so puck drop for me was at 8:10 Eastern with a plate of hot, sizzling, warm, homemade cinnamon rolls with homemade icing.
That sounds incredible. That's an all-American morning.
With an Americano coffee out of my bread machine. And so yeah, I got awesome homemade cinnamon rolls, which is pretty American. And I watched the first Olympic thing I watched. Actually, the second. The only other thing for the Olympics I'd watched Canada win their game in overtime against Sweden, I believe it was.
Yes.
So I watched that game, and then I watched this one. America's victorious in overtime. I watched every second of the game. Even the girls were into it because they thought it was like Disney on Ice.
Like Disney on Ice?
Yeah, so that's what they thought was happening. But no, it was awesome, and America won. And anytime America wins anything, and there'll be a great segue to the World Baseball Classic later, but it's awesome seeing the country come together.
Yes.
Because during that game today and the immediate celebration after, no one cared if you were Republican, Democrat, pro or anti heated rivalry. No one cares about any of that. All we care about is that we all collectively, even though we had nothing to do with it, we collectively beat the Canadians at their sport. First time America has won gold since
46 years.
Exactly, since the miracle. So,
and to the
it's awesome to see it.
Of Miracle on Ice. This is the 46th anniversary, February 22nd. So very cool.
God has a plan, divine intervention, and it's great. We beat them at their own sport. I think last week I started talking about how I was kind of low on the Canadians.
But you definitely were taking some shots at Canada, our neighbor to the north.
I'm gonna have to double down.
Okay.
Did you see one of their players get interviewed after the game? And he said, "You watch the game. You tell me who the better team is."
Yeah, that was McKinnon. Bad luck.
What are we talking about?
I think the results speak for themselves there, Nate. And then there was a very funny
reference.
Canada, X post, silver still shines as bright. Not as bright as gold.
No, and it's I think it has to be the same feeling we would get if Canada beat us in baseball.
Sure.
So and that wouldn't hurt, that we wouldn't feel good about it, but I'd hate, the worst thing is if Canada beat us in the World Baseball Classic or something in baseball, and freaking Aaron Judge is like, "You watch the game, who's the better team?" It's like, probably the guys who scored more runs. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. No, it was, just an incredible game, incredible team. Just, a bunch of likable guys. Jack Hughes with the game winner in overtime. And then his interview after the game was so happy to be an American. His teeth are hanging out. Just a hockey guy. And I think it's going to go down as one of the most either memorable or historic post-game moments and photograph when they brought out Johnny Gaudreau, the Columbus Blue Jacket American player that passed in probably the worst fashion possible in August of 2024 at his sister's wedding. Him and his brother were run down by a drunk driver while they were on bicycles. Not only had his jersey, number 13, but went into the stands and got his infant son and daughter onto the ice for the gold medal portrait. And it got pretty dusty in my apartment in Nashville when that just unreal moment that happened during a historic first time in 46 years the Americans have won the gold medal. Just incredible.
Yeah, that was super heavy. I remember when that story came out, how just the full circumstances of the death. They were there for the weddings, all those together. But after they won, the Jack Hughes interview was amazing. I was so high on Honey Nut.
Yep.
My boy Honey Nut. Hewachek, is that his name? Can't pronounce it.
Yeah, close, sure.
I was calling him Honey Nut, but
I like that.
In the goal, he played so well because
that save he had.
Yeah, I shared it on.
You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Social. Yeah, Canada was living. So maybe their guy had a point to a little bit. They were living in our goal in our half of the ice.
I think they outshot us by close to 20 shots on net.
Yeah. So to only give up one goal through 3 full periods in overtime, super amazing. He got his credit because I texted you about it. He won it for us from his defensive standpoint, and then that's what they all said in the post game. And as soon as it happened, I went to go post on our Instagram, and when I reshared the post, there's only one song to put, courtesy of the Red, White, Blue, Toby Keith, and
there you go. Rest in peace.
As their celebrations were coming out from the locker room, they were drinking, Anheuser-Busch branded Michelob Ultras while listening to that song. And I was like, there's just that's the American synergy we have right there.
Yeah.
Connecting all of us. So it was great to see.
Yeah. And this team too, for me, like it's even more special. I don't know if special is the right way to put it, but the connections that a large majority of the U.S. team has to not only Massachusetts, but to one of my alma maters, Boston University, just super special, obviously for America, for these players, but also for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, where I hail from. Just going to go through it real quick of who the Terrier alumni are. We got Jack Eichel, Clayton Kelly, Charlie McAvoy, Jake Ottinger, and Brady Kachuk, all Boston University Terrier alumni. And then also Matt Boldy, who had the one of the goals in the gold medal game. He played for Boston College. Noah Hannafin played for Boston College. And your guy, what'd you call him, Honey Bear?
Honey Nut.
Honey Nut.
I think it's Hewcheck or something like that.
For UMass Lowell, the Riverhawks of UMass Lowell in Massachusetts. So I just had to give a shout out to all of the guys with MA ties.
That's awesome, man. I'm happy for that. I always felt I always feel closer to hockey when I'm in the Northeast because I just remember my roommate in college. He's from New Jersey, and talking about all of like there's so many levels to hockey that if you're super casual, you don't understand all the different levels for all the boys through, middle school, high school, in addition to their club teams and high school teams, and how like you get kind of on a glide path of like, this is the level of player you are, and it all like feeds in its own little, sex. So it was, no, I can understand where you're coming from. And it's just so awesome to see America win, man. It just fires me up.
Yeah. And then they pulled out the double as well. The women beat Canada, their arch rival, as well in the gold medal game in overtime. So, pulling off the double with both American men and women bringing home gold from Milan Cortina. And the women, I mean, this is a historic team. Just like the men, they went undefeated, but they outscored their opponents 33-2 in the Olympic tournament.
That's nuts.
Yep. Absolute nation of domination, Braxton, U.S. Olympic hockey teams. And it's awesome to have the NHL players back. And that's probably why for a lot of your casual fans that the Olympics or Olympic hockey kind of fell off in the games in between Milan Cortina and Sochi back in 2014 with that, TJ Oshie, Captain America in the shootout round. But in 2018 and 2022, the NHL in its infinite wisdom decided not to send NHL players. So you didn't have that true best on best. But it's back and it's awesome.
It's all the way back, baby.
Yeah.
And hockey is now our sport. Until they reclaim gold from us, hockey is an American sport.
Yeah. Now, what do you think about some of the chirps of? Obviously the Russians not allowed to play because of what their country and the geopolitical situation is, but not having the Russians in the mix for the Olympic tournament.
I would love to beat them too.
Yes.
But that's the thing that I think Russia struggles with. I'm not a geopolitician, but I think what they struggle with the thought of us not caring that they weren't there, and how we don't. No one is saying there's an asterisk because the Russians weren't there. Because I don't care about the Russians. We still would have been awesome to beat them as well. But I've been hung up on it, man, because they were talking about in the broadcast and some of the stuff on Twitter about, like hockey is Canada's thing. Like it's Canada's thing.
Yes.
Then why is the NHL an American-based league? You see what I'm saying?
America. Just markets like American.
Like it's not like the New York Rangers are one of the 5 American-based NHL teams where the rest are in Canada. Like it's American. Like we have the freaking Florida Panthers winning the Stanley Cup every year.
Yeah, that is Florida. That is what is crazy.
Like, don't talk to me about like hockey is Canada's thing.
You have the Panthers and the Lightning or the Vegas Golden Knights. There hasn't been.
What are we talking about?
I don't think I don't even know the last time a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup. It might be the Montreal Canadiens in like 1994 or 92. But no, I mean, you're not wrong. Well, I will say, like, the original 6, it was Montreal,
split,
Toronto. There's probably another Canadian team in there I'm not thinking of. Bruins, Blackhawks, Rangers.
Flyers?
No,
No.
not original 6.
How are you?
Figure this out real quick with ChatGPT. Producer ChatGPT.
The Montreal Metros and the Boston Renegades were part of the original 6 as well.
That is a great segue to our next topic, episode 2 of Heated Rivalries, also a tie-in to the Olympics. Episode title is Olympians. And right before we get to that, I do have the original 6 hockey teams: Montreal Canadiens, Toronto Maple Leafs, Boston Bruins, Detroit Red Wings, Chicago Blackhawks, and New York Rangers. So even when it started, it was more American teams. Yeah, no, that's a good question, Braxton.
I love it.
Yeah, so moving on to our favorite hockey players, Ilya Rozanov and Shane Hollander. Braxton, what you got for episode 2? Heated Rivalry.
So, you know, I didn't think when Annie from Boston asked us to discuss Heated Rivalry, it would segue us to having our most watched YouTube video.
Yes, by far. We averaged like 4 viewers, and we were up to 80-something. I couldn't believe it when I opened that up.
4 to 88 viewers
in YouTube Studio.
We have people commenting like dissertations in the comment section about.
That was a really thoughtful comment.
No, like that was like
Mariah Daly 4773.
And I don't know who. And the cool part is I don't think any of us know who that is. So that might be the first Woody and Lew Sports and you comment from an absolute unknown, which is pretty cool.
Very cool.
I didn't think it'd come on them talking about our breakdown. And what kind of hit me, like a ton of bricks was when was it Mariah? Mariah started her comment. Daly. When Mariah started her comment, she said, "Interesting take." And then she went
commentary. Yeah, that's.
And then I just started thinking about all the stuff that I said. No, you don't have to read it. Like,
okay.
I hope you guys go and check it out and get us more views.
Yeah, there you go.
But when I saw that she said, interesting commentary, I was like, oh my gosh, what did I say? I probably said something stupid.
No.
But no, I think we were really thoughtful about it. But episode 2. So, and I'll kind of go off kind of what I said on the first episode is, I don't love the amount of years we're skipping.
After you had mentioned that, I specifically noticed it in this episode. Like, we are jumping through time.
We went like
it's 6 months at a time.
We're going, years and months.
We jumped, from like 2008 to 2014 and beyond.
Within like 5 minutes.
Yes.
And my brain, I don't even know what draft they were drafted in now. Like, I don't even know what year draft they got drafted. I've already forgot.
2009.
Okay, so I guess like the present day of that episode was like 2011. It's like long enough for the Boston Renegades to make it to the Stanley Cup, because they didn't make it their first year, obviously. So I guess this is year 2 of their playing. So they got a lot going on, man. And the person on the comment kind of wanted us to explore that. She was not a fan of me skipping the
intimate parts,
intimate scenes. I tried to watch them this time. I still skipped them.
We got a full frontal shot at one point. I'm sure you jumped at that
on the phone.
On the phone, yeah. The sexting. Sexting was a big part of this episode.
Yeah. So the phone piece.
No pun intended on the big part.
No. I didn't skip it through the text message exchange. I was okay enough to read those. Those were cool. When he sent the appendage over to his buddy, that with my background, that didn't faze me as more.
Yeah,
it doesn't faze me as much as the the more physical interactions. But I kind of have a complaint. And again, just so everyone knows when you're listening to this, I have not watched past this episode. So
same. I'm still on episode 2. We're watching it one episode at a time.
They keep hitting on the dad, and I think this kind of goes what Mariah was saying, but I would argue they're not going far enough. They're talking about, yes, Ilyav Rozhkakov is from Russia, and his dad obviously is something in the military political arena.
Did we know that in the first episode, or when I saw him in like the full he looked like some sort of general or at least a colonel in
he looked like
Russian
significant.
Red Army, and big
enough to have a one-on-one with the defense minister or the minister, whatever minister they had. But his dad's got a health problem. They keep highlighting it.
He definitely has some sort of dementia or a TBI.
Yeah, he has something going on there. We find out that his mom is dead.
Yes,
and he presumably has an absentee stepmother, Paulina, I believe her name was.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, you gotta start locking in. But they got beat by the Latvians. Still met the minister
on home ice at Sochi. Yep.
This episode is hard to dissect because you have that happen, but then the episode ends with him winning the Stanley Cup.
Yep. I think that locker room speech. I loved that locker room speech he gave.
I need more of that. That's what I'm watching.
I need more of that.
He said, "I don't care about yesterday.
Yeah.
We're gonna go them." You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's what I signed up for when I decided to watch this show.
He would be loved if, seeing Boston Renegades for Boston Bruins, but if he, Boston saw that speech, oh my goodness, they'd build a statue for him.
They do peel back the layers on him when he goes to that party because we presumably knows that he's had a former boyfriend,
Sasha.
Sasha, to some extent, had a relationship with Sasha,
who was his coach's son. Which is that's a whole other element to this that's spicy.
Well, yeah, it's interesting. It's almost like he's finding love in the workplace. Like these people who are pitted against him in some capacity, whether it be from a competition standpoint or maybe like buying time for a father's attention and affection. Like I don't know, dude, it's kind of weird. Just how close to home he's keeping his relationships, but. Shane is more opening up. Shane's obviously going through some stuff. I believe our commenter said he was on the spectrum. I haven't really gathered that. I guess that might come out in the later episodes.
Our commenter did mention that. Maybe it comes out in later episodes.
He hadn't struck me as...
I could see it, but I feel like he's just kind of, very, he's a world-class athlete who's very, regimented, structured.
Yeah. He strikes me as just an affluent kid, but kid with an affluent background who, probably since the age of 5 knew he was going to be something in hockey, and that's been his primary attention. So she made that comment. So I actually watched this episode pretty deeply, trying to see if I caught on to that. But I didn't catch on to that necessarily. No. But he is obviously less comfortable with the relationship than Ilyav is.
Well, I think he's less comfortable with the intimacy and the sex part of it. But as I don't know what year we're in of them knowing each other, it seems it's almost 8 years. It feels like 7 to 8 years. Him, engaging in the banter and the sexting, but also seeming to want more of a consistent connection.
Yeah, well, I think he wants what he can't have.
Sure.
Or he wants what he can't have because he's not prepared for repercussions, good or bad. Because you would obviously, I think, in his mind, you'd have just general homophobic reactions, but also a non-homophobic reaction, but just hey, dude, he's the best player for the Boston Renegades. I as a fan, I expect you to hate him,
right?
Not be in cahoots,
That's what you're calling it, cahoots.
be in cahoots. You can't have that.
Yeah.
It made me think. So like watching the hockey game today, I'm just sitting there like, dude, like, what if Jack Hughes and insert Canadian player on the first line?
Yeah.
Like, what if they're like,
what's his name? Celebrini, that young. He's like 19 years old.
Like, what if they're like in love and we just don't know it?
Could be.
Now on the ice.
Could be.
I don't think I'd like that from a competitor standpoint. Purely like a competition standpoint, I'd be like, I don't need love getting in the way of you scoring this goal right now, man. I don't know.
But I was happy to see Boston Renegades win the Stanley Cup. That was awesome. I'm all in on the Renegades, and Rosenov's my guy.
Weird TV booking. I don't know why they played the Stanley Cup final at like noon. And
That's a good
thought
point.
that was weird.
That's what, yeah, they were.
It's like early afternoon final.
Game 7.
Game 7 was at like 1 p.m. So that was weird. So it's because Canadians made it and they're not used to being in the Stanley Cup, so they don't know when that actually comes on. But
that's right. That's right. Montreal, like they, at least as far as I'm tracking, haven't been in the Stanley Cup playoffs or haven't made any run. The Metros.
Yeah, and the teammate obviously is hurt in the wheelchair. We don't even know why he's hurt. That got like brushed over.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were talking about his beard when he went into the house. But like, the dude's in a wheelchair with his foot in a boot. Like, is he going to be all right for next season? We don't know. Could be an Achilles thing. They didn't talk about that, but yeah, it's another episode. I hopefully Annie from Boston and
I'm curious,
Mariah Daly are cool
like
with our breakdown.
Yeah, it seems like we're going to go through their entire career in the first season, in the first like half of the season. I don't know how many episodes there are, but we're on pace to get to like their induction into the Hockey Hall of Fame by like episode 4.
Yeah, they got to slow down the skipping.
Yeah. Who won? I know they had the awards. That was their last rendezvous. Ilya won MVP, I believe. Right? Is that right?
No, they presented the Best Sportsmanship Award.
They presented the Best Sportsmanship Award, but they also awarded. They had like a bet on who would win MVP.
Oh, did he get it?
I think Ilya got MVP.
Oh, it probably deserved.
Yeah, I mean, he won the cup.
We don't get stat lines. I wish we had stat lines on the guys. Like,
we should. Woody Lew Sports and you will add. I think it's like Crave Media is like the Canadian producer. We need stats on the Renegades, the Metros, the Olympic teams.
I also, Dan, I know you might be busy in March, but this is completely off topic. Before you shouldn't be gone too long, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Bachelorette starts in March. I think like March 22nd or 28th.
I never got a phone call. Yeah.
So yeah, I think filming's concluded. So I'm sorry about that, Dan. But
you had to bring that up.
We gotta get the Woody Lew Sports and You Bachelorette fantasy started.
Okay.
Fantasy draft. I really want to do that this year. I think it's going to be the best.
I'll take that as my homework.
You have the product.
Yeah, it's a website. Yeah. I go big too. I make a whole like Excel draft board with like photos, and I dissect their bios that are available on abc.com. I take it seriously.
The last one I watched was Hannah Brown when she was with Pilot Pete.
Ooh, that's a long time ago. Pilot Pete.
Yeah, and the guy that she hooked up with in the silo, that might have been Pete. That's the last one I watched.
He became a bachelor.
They usually do.
Yeah. Last one I watched was Sex Toy Katie she was on Matt James's season, and then she was the Bachelorette. It was one of the COVID seasons.
Yeah, I'm all in on Taylor Frankie Paul.
Same.
I'm all in on that. I cannot wait. I think it's late March, so you shouldn't be.
I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay. I need to finish Secret Lives of Mormon Wives to get fully prepped.
Same. My question is for the draft. Is that prior to episode 2?
Yes, you get how I've done it in years past, you get to watch first impressions. So you get to watch the first episode or episodes. So they're like, it's like 2-night premieres of like 6 total hours. Bachelor is nuts. So you get to watch at least through the first rose ceremony.
Okay, and then you draft after the first rose ceremony?
Mm-hmm.
Because they do a rose ceremony on the first night. They just kick off some random, right?
Yep. If they're still doing it how they did it like 5 years ago, there's always the first impression rose. So there's a special rose, and then the full-on rose ceremony.
Word on the street is her baby daddy's going to be on the series.
Doesn't seem fair. It doesn't seem fair. It doesn't seem fair.
I know he was trying to.
It doesn't seem fair.
But she doesn't like Dakota. She doesn't like him, I don't think.
So, but they have a child in common. Why? What? This is
great. This is great for TV. It's why
it is fantastic.
I hope he is, because it'd be really funny if he was the one that actually kicked off the night one and like just sent him packing. But they probably wouldn't let her do that because
I heard some rumors that you ever watched the show on MTV, The Next Bus?
Yes.
Where like 3 guys are waiting on the bus and they go out and she can end the date whenever. Apparently she's next busing people. She's just like, no, you're off the show.
Really?
That's the rumors that I'm hearing.
Oh, I cannot wait. This is going to be the best season of reality TV. I can't wait. Oh, dude. No, yeah. I know I just side railed everything, but I think this is in line with us talking about TV shows. So yeah. I'm really excited for that one.
All right. That's I would say it's a saturated market, Braxton, our Bachelorette podcast. Oh yeah.
But I think people want to know what our opinions are. Surely.
We did get 80 views, maybe. At least 80 people are curious.
I would love to have Patsy hooked up to the Bachelorette fantasy draft.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But Miss Patsy, disclaimer, do not watch Heated Rivalry.
Yeah. No change from last week. No change. No change. Don't even Google it.
Don't even Google it. Well, I think speaking about Olympics, USA, we talked about it earlier. Let's get right into our preview of the World Baseball Classic, Braxton, a event that I know we're both looking forward to as huge baseball fans.
Dan, it's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful for a lot of reasons. The main reason it's beautiful, outside of a chance for you to cheer for your country, is you know how to watch it.
Yep.
Baseball is one of the most difficult sports to watch. I've gone and beaten this dead horse all week of how
and not
hard
just not difficulty in like pitch by pitch, just access to watching.
Just being able to have it on my
television. on your television. Yes.
So, for example, I got to talk about this before we talk about World Baseball Classic.
Okay.
The Braves still have not said, hey, this is how you're going to watch this year for in-market. Because if it was out of market, I'd be fine. If it was out of market, I'd just have to pay for MLB TV, just MLB TV.
Yep.
Because and it's $120, pay $120, and I get.
Yeah, it is. And I'm actually really mad because I think I missed the GovX deal by like 3 days. Because last week I log in and I see it, and I get to the checkout and it's like GovX eligibility. I'm like, okay, good, great, grand. For whatever reason, I didn't press pay, and then I wanted to watch spring training game started Friday on the 20th, and I wanted to watch Red Sox spring training. So go on MLB.tv.com and do the same thing. It's not there, and I end up paying $129.99 for a single team package. And I was like, this is not right. So I called MLB TV. I called up the number. It's actually kind of funny. It doesn't even say like MLB TV. Like this is like Major League Baseball was like the like welcome, really? Like for the greeting. And I was like, oh man, it's kind of cool. So I got, he was definitely, the guy doesn't know anything about baseball. He's probably more of a cricket player who I talked to.
Right.
But I just tell him what's going on, and he puts me on hold for like a while, and he comes back And he's like, sir, yeah, I'm sorry, but MLB is not offering a military discount this season. I was like, well, that's a shame.
And they don't love the troops. That's good.
But I called Major League Baseball.
Well, yeah, dude. So, like, for example, if the Braves would just do what every other team has done, for me to watch the Braves plus every other ball club, I'd have to buy the MLB TV plus Braves package, and let's just call it $200. And for $200, I could watch the Braves, and I could watch the Reds, the Red Sox, the Mariners, the Cardinals, whoever.
You would do the whole. You would buy the full. You wouldn't do the single team. You would buy full on Major League Baseball
because the full on's only an extra like $50. Why would you not?
No, I just did the single team.
You should have done the full. It's like a $50 different, Dan.
I don't know. Almost sarcastic. Caught myself. I care about the Red Sox.
So I would one, but even then, yeah. So even if it was just a single team, hey, I paid the $150. I get the single team. Braves aren't doing that. They're doing their own thing, which they still haven't announced. But they did announce, hey, on Gray Media, if you are in these markets, turn it into your local NBC. So I've been trying to watch the Braves. And they're not doing every spring training game. The first spring training game that was on Gray TV for the Braves was broadcast today against the Twins at 1 o'clock. I've tried to download every free TV app. I've tried to do everything because it's not just the normal NBC. It's channel 19.3.
Yeah, you need an HD antenna.
I'm not buying that in 2026, Dan. I will literally find a new. I will become a Red Sox fan before I go and buy bunny ears to watch.
You're still not doing the 3-letter word. You're not going to do it.
The 3-letter word.
VPN.
I don't know how to do it. I'm not smart enough, Daniel.
You could do it.
How do you VPN your Wi-Fi? I don't know how to do that. Because I'd have to VPN my TVs, wouldn't I?
No, you have to get that repeater that we had in.
See, dude, I don't, dude. You know that's above my pay. I couldn't do that.
When you move to Fort Knox, you won't need it. That's therein lies.
I won't need it.
I was gonna say you won't need it, but I would come and hook it up for you.
Well, that's the other thing, Dan. Is
can you get me TDY to Savannah?
I could. I'll move to Kentucky. In August. I still got 2 months of baseball.
Yeah.
So
the best time of baseball.
Yeah. So how is the Braves thing I'm buying? So my question is, Dan, should I just go ahead and buy the MLB TV package and just not watch the Braves? Just listen to him on the radio, listen to Ben Ingram on the call, which I've done the last 2 spring training games. I just listened to him on the radio, which is fine, but I don't know what to do. I think I might just buy the MLB TV. But the other thing, the question I was going to have for you, Dan, because I'm big, I want to watch every game. I want to have the ability to.
Sure.
So do I just right now? Do I buy the MLB TV for $150, or do I spend the $200 for the MLB TV plus Reds? Because if I don't get the plus Reds package when I get to Fort Knox, I won't get the Reds games. And what if the Reds are playing the Braves? I won't be able to watch it. It'll be blacked out because I'm zoned for Cincinnati. You got to pay the extra $50, right?
Well, the Reds, this is a good question. They might be part of that ESPN Unlimited where there's no blackouts. I don't know the answer to that, but potentially Reds. I know they
partnered with MLB TV because when I looked it up, it said MLB TV plus Reds.
Yeah,
like that was an option, like plus Reds.
Okay. I'm not sure if they're subject to blackout because some of the deals are weird.
Okay, so anyway, I'm so pissed.
Well, we'll find out on opening day because the Red Sox are playing at Reds on opening day, and I'm assuming I'm in Reds market. I probably am. Nashville?
No, Braves.
Okay.
I was at Atlanta market when I was in Clarksville.
Okay.
Life was easier then because I could just turn it on freaking Fox Sports South. Anyway, I'm so mad about that. If you can't tell, I'm changing the subject because I'm getting so upset that I can't watch baseball. The first cool thing.
furious.
I'm still pissed. But the first good thing with the World Baseball Classic is when it is. It's March 5th through the 17th, and you know how to watch it. How do you watch it, Woody and Lew? Well, you just turn into Fox, FS1, FS2. They'll have all the games, and that comes standard with every cable package, essentially in America.
We got some friendlies coming up even sooner. March 3rd, Team USA plays the Giants at Scottsdale State.
That'll be part of the spring. That'll be part of the spring training package that I don't have.
Oh, it's on a box.
So
then they play the Rockies, and that's it. I think they only have two. Looks like they only have two friendly games leading up to the World Baseball Classic.
And so I'm pretty sure it's 4 pools, split between Puerto Rico. You got one in Japan.
Yep.
One in Miami and one in Texas. Houston maybe.
Yep, correct.
And America's playing in the Miami. No, they're in the Houston one. Yeah.
They're Houston. Yep.
Dominicans in Miami. Yeah. So anyway, the first pool, I think it's like America, Great Britain, Mexico, Italy.
Yep. You got the last one. The pool. 15.
Say again.
There's 20 teams, so there's 5 in each
Brazil.
pool. Yep, you got it. Damn, that's impressive.
So pool B and then pool C, I think.
It's gonna be a good one, I think.
Yeah. So the one in Texas with America and those teams that I said, and then the pool in Japan, in Tokyo, which will be like Japan.
Yep. Tokyo,
Taiwan. Those teams. Those are really the 2 pools to watch. I would say.
Yep.
If you're going based off 2023, it was America, Japan. Japan came out victorious. I'll tell you this, Dan. The World Baseball Classic in 2023, like when it was done, I was yearning for another night. It was so good, and
the
storylines
in between Japan and the United States was incredible.
Oh, it was amazing, and then like to have Shohei pitching against Trout.
Yep.
Full count, it is awesome.
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed Trout isn't playing this year. I mean, I think the USA team is stacked, but there are some like favorites that aren't playing.
Yeah, the team's stacked, but a lot of people that aren't playing. I saw this come out with the insurance. I don't realize the insurance thing is going to be such a big deal.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming people have taken out insurance on their body, and then their coverage are saying they won't pay out if an injury happens while they're representing.
I'd love to know how it works, because like Trey Turner, hero of the 2023 World Baseball Classic, came out he just never got a call. I'm sure your buddy Donnie probably in the mix to be on Team USA. As far as how that works with agents, USA Baseball.
So Donnie was on in 2023, he was on the docket for Team Germany
because of background lineage.
He's a military. No, he's a military brat, and he was born in. So
he was born. That's right. That's one of the criteria.
Yeah, and they didn't. He don't speak German or anything, but they didn't pass whatever the preliminaries to be in the World Baseball Classic. But yeah, he was better.
Sure. That's like Aroldis Chapman was fooling around with being on Team Great Britain because his grandparents were born in Jamaica when it was still
a colony.
A colony, yeah.
Brendan would be a common sense guy to have, especially since I think he's partnered with the RWB stuff and military kid background. It makes sense, and he's a utility player. And as someone who's running a franchise right now, and it'll be the show. You can't underestimate how much you need a guy who can play multiple positions.
Can you look at in the show? Is there a World Baseball Classic tournament? That'd be cool.
In the new one coming out, yes.
Cool.
I'm pre-ordering the expansion pack, so I get it has all the teams and all the I'm doing that. I should probably while I'm forking the money out for that, I should probably go ahead and buy my MLB TV pass at the same time.
You might get a discount on one or the other, a bundle.
I'm so mad. Dude, why can I not watch the Braves, Dan? I live here in
I just
Georgia.
don't understand. Do the Braves not like money?
Well, I saw someone say this is way better, and I responded to them on Twitter and said, "Okay, will you please tell me how to watch them?" and they said you need to get the bunny ears, and I'm like, I'm not accepting that answer.
It is. Dude. I got the bunny ears after the House of Mouse was in that Mexican standoff with YouTube TV, and it's really good quality television.
Well, I was out whenever you said I had to buy multiple because, like, I'm big on I want to start the game in the living room and then transition into the bedroom and fall asleep to it, or I'm not unplugging the ears and hauling it around.
Oh, that would be a process because you got to auto tune. You would lose your mind.
It'd be a whole thing. Yeah, it makes me so upset. But the glass half full is of any sport that you can't watch and you have to listen to on the radio. Baseball would be the one to pick.
Definitely the best one to watch. But listen to.
Yeah, like it, especially Ben Ingram on the call for the Braves. He paints like today. Like it's so cool how they're able to describe. Like he does a good job. Like he describes what they're wearing, like things they're doing between the pitches. Like as he as he tightens the lace on his white Under Armour shoes with his high navy socks, like just puts you there in the ballpark.
Yeah,
you can just
painting
feel
a portrait with words. Miss Amy, we got some chatter in the chat. She's gonna get you bunny ears. She says,
"I'll get you." I mean, I have to, Mom. I mean, I'd appreciate that. I don't know who's hooking it up to the TV. I hope you know how to do that.
And then we have, I don't know who this is, TML fan 4226. Welcome. Hopefully long time, maybe first time commenter, but he's asking who Donnie is.
Brendan Donovan, the
new Seattle Mariner.
The brand new Seattle Mariner, former Gold Glove winner in 2023, the first ever Gold Glove winner for the utility position. So Brennan just got traded to the Mariners, where they thought he's going to be their everyday third baseman, but I think things have been developing where he's still going to be kind of fitting in where he gets in, but finally got himself a good landing spot.
But yeah, I'm hoping that Team USA Baseball falls in the path of USA Hockey and they get their first World Baseball Classic championship since 2017 and reclaiming the title of our pastime, our national pastime.
Have you seen the swag?
No, no.
The Team USA like baseball, like hoodies and stuff.
Really?
Oh, they're so slick.
I might have to go on. Oh, I did call MLB today, so I'll go back on to MLB.com.
That's what I'm gonna bundle myself a USA World Baseball Classic hoodie with MLB the 26th to show with MLB TV
with Braves package
and the bunny ears. I'm gonna bundle all those together, just buy it.
Perfect.
And just be mad.
Oh, perfect. That's so good. You got anything left on the World Baseball Classic, Braxton?
No, America hasn't won since 2017, so we got to right the ship. Maybe we'll have another iconic moment like Andrew Jones stealing the home run to seal it. So I'm excited for it. I can't wait to know what channel to tune in and be able to watch all the baseball. Because
we'll definitely each week we'll definitely get into more of the World Baseball Classic as we get closer and into the playing of games March 5th. Going on to another American pastime, professional wrestling, and continuing our series of watching historic pay-per-views. And this was In Your House, Revenge of the Taker. What do you got, Braxton?
Kaylee's favorite segment. As I sit here and I see WWE has now turned into NASCAR. You really don't know what you had until it's gone. And the days of WWF In Your House, the Revenge of Taker, that's not coming back, I don't think.
No. I couldn't believe so. Like, I love like the recaps because I'm not watching like the week-to-week Raws, but like, I don't know, Mankind got like a flamethrower or like what it was, but like that was insane.
Yeah.
In Taker's face.
My favorite, I don't know if they still do this or not for pay-per-views. I guess after I watched the Royal Rumble here, I'll be able to tell you. But in the early 2000s, they cut the best pre-match promos. Mm-hmm. Like the pre-match promos were so dramatic and like it was really like caught you up to what you needed to know.
Yep. Yeah, it was like a soap opera. Like it definitely on last week's episode.
It was like Days of Our Lives or General Hospital. Like you got a full recap. Shout out General Hospital. Young and the Restless. Just start naming off. Anyway, no, it was good. You know, it's in Rochester,
New York.
11,000 people in the arena. Really intimate crowd. The entrance to the ring is just randomly off to the side, like no rhyme or reason. Like they had make a 90-degree turn just to go to the squared circle. But
and maybe this is just me being new to like WWE, but they definitely have like their stable of frontline guys for these pay-per-views. I'm noticing it's always Rocky Maivia, Steve Austin, Bret Hart, Undertaker, Mankind, Nation of Domination. They've been in every single one.
Well, those are your TV guys.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. That's how it always kind of
That's how it always is, yeah.
So you got to think, if you go in person, Dan, you'll watch probably 3 to 4 matches that aren't on TV on pay-per-view.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like when you go...
Dark matches, is that what they're called?
Yeah, every time I've ever gone to a wrestling event, all the way from a live Monday Night Raw down to, Ohio Valley Wrestling, like there's typically about 3 or so matches before the actual lights come on. Because back in the day, oh my gosh, dude. Back in the day, it was...
Rex, this might be a first on Woody Lew Sports and You. I think we got to cut to a commercial break. I really got to go to the bathroom.
Really? I'll keep talking.
You're going to keep riffing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be back.
So back in the day, there was dark matches were covered for Friday Night SmackDown. It was called Velocity. And it was like its own brand. So you had Friday Night SmackDown, and like the minor leagues of that was Velocity. And it was like this green background. I can see it right now. And I forgot what it was for Raw, but that's when they would do the dark matches. So essentially you'd see, you got more than what you saw on television. And that's opportunities for guys to try out new stunts and then impress the bosses. For this pay-per-view in 97, what you're starting to see is the shift from the same old part of the business, and Vince McMahon is starting to get with the times of the late 90s and getting into that Attitude Era. Obviously, you have your key stars in this pay-per-view. You have Mankind, who's Mick Foley, Dude Love, same guy. He's rocking 3 different characters. He'll enter the Royal Rumble 3 different times under the 3 different personas. Him and The Undertaker have big beef in conjunction with the Paul Bearer, who was The Undertaker's side guy. So they were one of the main events. The other main event was Bret the Hitman Hart, as well as Stone Cold Steve Austin. And what you'll see with that feud is essentially that is springboarding itself into the Attitude Era, because Stone Cold at this time is finally getting into his niche. They're starting to realize how the crowd reacts to Stone Cold, and he's not really a heel. He's a heel that they love, and that's kind of going with the times of late 90s America and the grunge. And then Bret the Hitman Hart, he's already been kind of billed as just a complainer, and you add in like the British Bulldog component and like this European, Canadian European type thing against the rattlesnake from Texas, Stone Cold, beer drinking, super easy to riff off that. And
I appreciate you doing that. That was I was well hydrated for tonight's episode, a little too well hydrated. But no, I appreciate you getting into talking about the Hart Foundation and this In Your House. This is this the second coming of the Hart Foundation, or is this like the birth of it? Because wasn't Owen Hart and Bret Hart, they were feuding before this?
Yeah, Liv Morgan won the Royal Rumble. I didn't know she came back and won it. Yeah, it was kind of its own thing. I mean, because you got to think it had to be, because now I think about it, because Owen Hart only has like 4 to 6 months left of living at the time of this pay-per-view. Because pay-per-view's in April. I'm pretty sure he passed away in November, December of that year.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so he passes away not super soon, but relatively soon during a pay-per-view. But anyway, I was just talking to Dan about Velocity. How about you don't know what Velocity is? Look that up. So they used to have, and I can't think of the one for Raw, but Raw and Friday Night SmackDown had their dark matches essentially was branded. So it was like it was a velocity match that was SmackDown's, and then Raw had their own, which it's killing me. I can't think of it, but yeah. So I'll tell you what I think, Dan. Rocky Maivia, he's finally starting to come to himself. You're starting to see the chick, pop out of the egg, if you will, with his abilities.
That was a good match with Savio Vega. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, and the Nation of Domination, you're starting to see some of the ripples in that. Always a good time when Ahmed Johnson comes out in pants and not
yeah, and with a 2x4. I feel this is the second time he's just come out with a 2x4 at the end of a match.
Yeah, those were good. The tag team match, like that, and this is why kayfabe's good. Like kayfabe was still real. I was confused when they called the match and they Brett and Owen were walking to the back.
The illegal man, yeah.
They didn't react like I thought they should have. So like I was sitting there, I was like, like was this on the fly? Like you know what I'm saying? Like that shows you why kayfabe is important, because I was like, I don't know if that's really how that's supposed to happen. Like they not supposed to get the belts? Like were they mad at Vince? Because obviously they hated Vince at that time. But Vince is like overcalling the match, so you don't know what he's got going on.
He is so good on the mic. I really appreciate Vince McMahon on the mic. And he is
so good.
He's kind of the straight man too. Like he reels in Jerry Lawler. Like they're saying crazy stuff.
Well, yeah, they're both polar opposites. And then you had Vince, and Vince could call it. Like he could have crushed as the play-by-play guy for like the Yankees.
Sure. Like
he would have crushed it. He for all the things he struggles with in life, like he could really work the mic. Didn't see Hunter Hearst Helmsley this time.
So I'm on the Wikipedia page for In Your House, Revenge of the Taker, and it was a dark match, him against Goldust once again, and he defeated Goldust.
They're wearing each other out, dude.
A 20 minute and 43-second match.
That's a long dark match.
Yep.
But yeah, so Stone Cold, he beats Brett via disqualification, and then you have the Undertaker beats Mick Foley with the fire breathing, and he beats up on the pallbearer.
What did you think of Gorilla Monsoon changing the order of the card after the incident in the locker room bathroom with Stone Cold and Owen Hart and the British Bulldog?
I may have missed that. I may have fast forwarded through that, Dan, so you might need to enlighten me on it.
So I'm not sure what the whole background was, but like Stone Cold, like he showed up in the middle of Owen Hart and the British Bulldogs tag team matchup against the Legion of Doom. They like cut to like the locker room, and he was coming in saying he had like car trouble. And then there's another interview being done. I forget who they're interviewing, but in the background you see Stone Cold go into the locker room, and then there's a ruckus, and Owen Hart and the British Bulldog come running out, and there's a guy that's just like, Stone Cold, he got jumped by Owen Hart and British Bulldog, like we gotta get an EMT, an ambulance. Like,
oh my goodness.
So it was this whole like scripted jumping of Steve Austin before his match against Bret Hart. So then Gorilla Monsoon, the president of WWF, he won a straight up fair match, 1-on-1 Bret Hart, Stone Cold, and to give Stone Cold more time to get ready for the match, he flips the card, because the main event was Taker and Mankind, and has them go, and then Stone Cold and Bret Hart. And Mick Foley is awesome. He has no regard for his body. When his head through the table in that match, that was insane.
Dude is nuts, and he had to be nuts to get the kind of heat that he got with kind of the lackluster skill set, for being honest, that he brought to the ring. a very technical wrestler, I think was what we call those. I'm watching like the ring general Gunther make his entrance right now to the ring. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. But he should be Dodo of the week. This guy, he's wearing the robe.
Gunther's your Dodo. So we're gonna get to Dodo, but I do have one last thing on In Your House, Revenge of the Taker. The third match of Double J Jesse James and the newly created Rockabilly, managed by the Honky Tonk Man.
I bet you love that.
What's going on here,
dude? Well, ever since you said that about the Honky Tonk Man, I'm just like, every time I see him on the camera, I'm just like imagining you watch him do what he's doing. Because they get real close in his face, and he just looks disgusting. And he's got the Elvis thing going on, and it's just a lot. The Honky Tonk Man would have been an adventure to travel with on the road back in the 90s.
Yeah. So that match was fine. I wasn't expecting it.
Mm-mm.
I also love Paul Bearer too. He's a character. I think he's so funny.
That makeup, dude. The makeup and the sweat.
It's so
bad. So much going on. Gunther is fat. Oh my gosh, dude, this is not good.
He's definitely not in the same like mold as The Rock or John Cena.
Well, I think they stopped doing steroids. That's the problem.
I don't think that's a problem. I think that's a good thing.
All these people look like they're too clean. Like I don't know. I'm sorry. I guess the wellness program's doing what's supposed to be doing down there in WWE. He doesn't even have like elbow pads or nothing. Dude doesn't have knee pads. He looks like a goofball.
Is he your Dodo? So we're moving into the last topic. Our new topic of Dodo Bird of the week. Who's your Dodo Bird?
Gunther's honorable mention, but my Dodo Bird of the week is Kentucky men's basketball head coach Mark Pope.
That's a shocker.
Mm-hmm.
And why is that?
So yesterday, you know what? I'm changing my Dodo of the week. The Dodo of the week is myself and Mad Hatter. It's not Mark Pope.
Okay. So Mark Pope, honorable mention. Real Dodo, the Lewises.
The Lewises. So
son and father.
Kentucky played at Auburn last night. Okay. An Auburn team that's like 14-9, 14-10. Tip off was at 8:45 Eastern. And what did me and the Mad Hatter do? We stay up all night watching it. And we had the lead for the most of the game. And then we lose the lead in the second half. And then I'm texting him. I'm like, I hope you didn't stay up for this. And then as soon as I text him, there's like 2 minutes left. I'm like, I hope you didn't stay up for this. I see the thing typing. He's up.
The dots.
Yeah, we end up taking the lead, and then they get the lead. And then we were up like 1, and we're trying to inbound the ball, and our guy pushes someone to the ground. They call the foul. They get the free throw shots. They win by a point. And in the press conference, Mark Pope's all mad at the refs, and he's cussing, and he's a Mormon, so that's a big deal.
Really? I didn't know he swore.
Yeah. So he got off the press conference and he started swearing to the AD, but he knew the mic was still on. He was like, I hope they find me, blah, 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 those mother effers, like, blah, blah, blah. But the real Dodos of the week are me and my dad. I've seen that song played so many times. I knew we were going to lose, but I stayed up just in case we didn't, and he did as well. So once again, allowing Kentucky basketball, which I don't even have feelings for right now, Dan. I'm more locked into NASCAR and Citadel baseball than Kentucky basketball. So that's kind of shows you where my mental state is. But
that'll change, right? With March Madness, like SEC tournament, March Madness, you can't quit Kentucky basketball.
No, but I'm the type of guy, Dan. When Kentucky loses in the SEC tournament, I won't watch the rest of the tournament. And when Kentucky loses,
that's what happened in Poland. And you were the saddest of pandas and made the rest of the room. You brought a cloud over the rest of the room for the rest of the tournament.
Poland was the Oakland game, right? Jack Golke.
That's right.
Yeah, so we lost in the first round to Oakland.
That's
and
right.
I didn't watch another. You guys would be like, "Hey, you want to watch this Elite Eight game?" And I'd be in the bed like, "I ain't watching it."
We're in your like you had your whoopee like over the side, like you didn't want to talk to anyone.
You only watch
I
Final
don't know.
And I was like,
I think you were watching NASCAR or something, but you didn't talk to anyone.
I'll order pizza with you. I'm not watching the Final Four. Yeah, as soon as Kentucky loses, I'm done. So that's why I like when they play. I like it when they play on Friday, Sunday, because they play Friday, Sunday. At least I get a whole day Thursday and some of the day Friday to enjoy it in case we lose.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, who's your Dodo of the week, Dan?
This is a real personal Dodo of the week. So my dad's birthday is on Friday, February 27th. And he's been dropping not so subtle hints that what he really wants is a gift card to this ski shop in the town next to where he lives. So he's been big into skiing. He got his retiree Epic Pass, and he's been going like weekly up to Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, which is awesome because he's almost 70 and is still getting down the mountain pretty good. And really wants to, I don't know what he wants to buy, but he wants to go to this ski shop. And I go on their website, and it's like a mom and pop website. It's not Amazon, I'll tell you that.
Right.
So I get to the page on gift cards, and they offer a digital gift card. But the way that the digital gift card is phrased and how the website looks, it's not clear to me that the gift card is good for in-shop purchases. So, and I know that he wants to go in store. Like he's not buying anything online. Nope. He's not doing that. So I had a great day on customer service. Called MLB, and then I called this mom and pop ski shop in Woburn, Massachusetts, and I get this very nice young lady. I'm going to assume I bet she was like either in high school or like in college, just working at this ski shop,
trying to solve your problem.
Put herself through school. And I ask her the question. I'm like, listen, I'm on your page right now. I'd like to buy a digital gift card. I just want to confirm that it can be used for in-store purchases. And she's like, no, the digital gift card, it's not available. It's only for online, but there's other gift cards. And so I tell her, I was like, well, I don't know what to do because I'm in Nashville and my dad really wants to shop at your ski shop. She's like, okay, like, can you just like hold on for a little bit? I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. So I'm on hold, and then she comes back and she starts explaining to me how, so when you order the digital gift card, you're going to put in an email address for the recipient, and they're going to get a code, and they can use that code. And that was pretty clear to me, but I guess, however she was explaining it, her supervisor was not happy with the explanation. So from my perspective, he just grabs the phone and starts just like rattling off. Like, you got to do this, and this, like speaking super fast. I understood it, but he was just a rude dude. And I was like, this is like how you're going to like do customer service.
Right.
I didn't say anything, but I was just like, man, like, do you not like my money? Like, do you not want me to spend? Like, why would you be so rude and so like snarky to a prospective customer? So my Dodo of the week is the supervisor at Ski House, Woburn, Massachusetts.
And he's lucky we don't have the following that we're going to have one day, because we could dox him. But no, that's terrible. And also, I like, Dan, that you're committed to making sure he gets a gift card, because you could have bowed out at any point and just Venmo'd your dad X amount of dollars, and on the memo put for ski shop.
No, that's just
but
like
you
the man has like funded my life.
Like, you wanted to ensure he has a physical like thing to provide.
I really don't like gift cards. I'm not a fan of them. I like to get like personalized gifts. but I also want to get something that, like on Christmas or birthday, like the recipient like wants. And he, again, not very subtle hints, very direct.
Sure
I want
was.
this. So I'm like, okay, like I will get
Fair
you
enough.
a gift card to, and it's good for him too, because I think like he's retired, like he wants to go and like go through the aisles, and like I'm sure he probably wants to get a new pair of
Dedicate time.
goggles. I bet that's what he's looking to purchase, and you want to try them on, like see what they look like.
Sure.
So I understand his intent of making an in-store purchase at Ski House Woburn, and I hope he gets better in-person customer service than I did over the phone.
Did you leave a Google review?
No, I'm not going to do that.
All right.
But he was just so rude. It boggles my mind in this day and age when there are so many alternatives that people that are in customer service in retail, like, just be nice.
Yeah. Yes. Because I find myself getting attitudes with people in out in the wild, only in situations where I'm dealing with someone that they're in a customer service role and they start out negative towards me.
Right.
Just like I don't know if I told the story here, but like I did an ice complaint at the physical therapy place.
No, you did not tell this story.
Yeah, I was trying to, they were changing the date of my surgery. So they told me when I was at ortho to go to physical therapy and change the date of my follow-on thing. So I walked across the hall. Hey, this is what I'm trying to, like, hey, how's your day going? Good. This is what I'm trying to do. And they were like, they just didn't want to deal with me. Like, they were annoyed. And I was like, I can't help. And she was like, well, you're going to have to give me a second. And she's like, okay, well, I can't try to, like, say I can't see you for 4 weeks. And I was like, that can't be possible. And it was just rude and like no smile, just hateful. And so I ice complained at him. Instead of just getting into a bigger altercation there, I had a long line. I worked in customer service because I was a pharmacy technician at a mom and pop Main Street pharmacy in South Alabama. I dealt with things.
Yep.
I dealt with old people all the way down to high school kids trying to come get some of our ice cream, because we still sold ice cream out of there. And I was the ice cream guy when someone wanted ice cream. So I dealt with it all. And you just got to be nice. All you got to do is be nice, and then realize that your sole purpose is to find out what this person's problem or situation is and help solve it.
Yes.
You're the mediator to solving whatever requirement, either positive or negative issue, that needs to be solved with the customer of the store in which you are employed.
Yeah.
It is not much deeper than that.
Nope.
And I get it, sometimes people don't like their jobs, but to them I say, I don't like my job half the time, and I don't get the choice. I don't get to be rude. So you need to fake it just like everyone else in the world and get on.
And I can kind of get like some places like copying an attitude because they're like the only place that you can, for instance, it's not excusable, but at your physical therapy on post, like that's the only option for you.
They have all the leverage.
And they know that. They have all the leverage.
Right.
Like other places like that, like, I mean, potentially like your bank, city hall for sure, like those types of places. But believe me, Braxton, when I say this, in the greater Boston area and New England generally, there are plenty of places to get ski goggles. I do not need to shop at Ski House, Woburn, Massachusetts. And the immediate attitude I got from that supervisor, that really turned me off. And it just makes no sense to me, because it's like, you're a mom and pop store. Like, I'm trying to help you out. Do you not like money? Do you not want my money?
I'm a sucker for good customer service. For example, I decided I needed to change my insurance because I'd had the same insurance since I paid for insurance, and they have raised the rates on me because I have been there since the beginning. So I called USA to let them know that I had decided I was transitioning to Geico. And this woman from USA was so sweet.
Oh, USA is great.
She was so sweet that she made me feel guilty for like shopping other insurance. And by the end of the phone call, I told her, I was like, hey, I'll be moving out of state in about a year. I'll give Geico a year and then I'll come back to you guys. She's like, I think we'll be able to make things work for both of us in this year, sir. I hope you have a great year. I can't wait to hear from you again. So I've already told her, I got like 8 months. I'm on the clock. I got to call USA and cancel Geico. USA just sent me also sidebar. I got a check from USA for like $800 the other day.
Nice.
Don't know why. It said insurance. I was like, maybe because I canceled 6 months ago, they owed it for me. I don't know. So now they're giving me. They might be trying to buy me off, get me back.
Yeah. That can go $800. You could put that towards your funding of Braves streaming.
I'll still be mad. There's no. Someone could buy it for me, and I'd still be annoyed about it because the situation didn't change.
Well, Miss Amy Lewis offered to do that, and you're very annoyed.
It's just it doesn't change the core of the problem. It's the principle. But they have all the leverage because there's not another MLB.
Yeah.
But yeah, good customer service goes a long way. Like just like with tipping and anything, I'll tip more when people are just nice because I'm in a better mood.
Absolutely.
They just care.
Take pride in your work.
Yeah, and that's why one day, whenever I'm a car salesman, hopefully my good customer service shines and it'll help me make more retirement money.
Yeah. Well, Woody Lew Sports and You, we hope to provide great customer service to our award-winning listeners. And we're going to wrap it up, Braxton. That was a fun episode. Do you have any final thoughts you want to bestow on our listeners on YouTube and Spotify?
USA.
That's right. USA, a nation of domination. That's going to do it for us. As always, please download, subscribe, share, like, do it all. We're growing. We're getting more listeners. And we're excited to bring you the best in sports and pop culture. All right, everyone. Have a great night.